Hello, dear students. Again, welcome to DB Mall Public School. So let's continue from where we left. Yes, we were discussing about inelastic scattering. Now, inelastic scattering always occur if the size of the particles, like dust particles, water droplets, if the size of the particle is greater than the wavelength of light, it is known as elastic scattering, inelastic scattering rather. This one is elastic scattering and this one is inelastic scattering. In elastic scattering, the wavelength or the size of the particle is less than the wavelength of light. Now, another concept that is Tyndall effect. A Tyndall effect, it was there also there in ninth standard. So I won't be explaining with that depth because since I've already consumed 20 minutes over here. Now, Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect is also a scattering of light. It is based on scattering of light. Now, the scattering of visible light by colloidal particle is called as Tyndall effect. Now, as you might have studied in chemistry, this concept of Tyndall effect. Now, if a source of light like a torch, which when passed through three different types of solutions, like for an instant, if I imagine this as a solution which contains a particle or a mixture of sugar solution. Now, if which when passed, now I'm passing a ray of light with the first solution which is mixed with sugar solution with a combination of water. What I observe that I cannot see any rays of light from where I'm viewing this. As you can see, a no ray of light is being observed in this portion, whereas in this a ray of light is being observed, whereas in this also, in collide also, a ray of light was being observed, and this also a ray of light is being observed. Now, what exactly collide means? For an instant, if I take water and simply pour some amount of milk, now milk has a special features that it won't be dissolved. The particles resides over there. Now, when a ray of light which when passed through this collide with solution, which is nothing but a mixture of water, water and milk will not get completely dissolved in water, and the particles even will not settle down at the bottom of this beaker. The particles will be remaining in the solution. Now, which when a ray of light which when passed through this colloidal solution, which is nothing but a combination of milk and water, you will see a path of this ray of light. This path of ray of light is nothing but a Tyndall effect. Here also, what exactly is happening? As you know, we have studied previously that here. Wait, hold on for a second. Yeah, if in this Tyndall effect also, the size of the particle, the milk particle, here the size, this is again a Rayleigh concept, elastic scattering concept. In elastic scattering, what we have studied, if the size of the particle is less than the wavelength of the light, the color would be scattered or the ray of light would be scattered. That's why you will see a yellow color wave of light. In milk, the size of the milk particle is less than the wavelength of light. That's why you are seeing that ray of light over here. Whereas in suspension, particles are greater than the wavelength of light. Particles are greater than the wavelength of light. That's why the particle after certain interval of time will settle down at the below surface of this beaker due to gravity, since particles are greater than the wavelength of light. But still you will see ray of light will be passing to the suspension solution also. But in short, you have to simply remember Tyndall effect is mainly applicable in a collide, which is nothing but a solution or a mixture where size of the particle is less than the wavelength of visible light. Now, as you might be knowing that wavelength of visible light ranges from 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. You might be knowing about this. Here, the wavelength of visible light is uh, the size of the particle. For this collide solution, size of the collide particles like milk, for an instant, if I take an example of milk, the size of the collide particle is less than wavelength of light. Scattering would be occurred, and that type of scattering is known as Tyndall effect. Now, why sky are blue? As you know, sunlight comprises of different colors. As we know, sunlight has emits 7 types of radiation. That 7 radiation are nothing but X-rays, gamma rays. You have already might be knowing about this. And if I consider simply about visible rays, when visible rays again comprises of 7 colors, that 7 colors are nothing but Vibgyor. And if I further simplify that 7 color into 3 primary colors like red, blue, and green, it would be easy for simplification to understand. Now, uh, for the simplicity, imagine that when sunlight reaches the Earth atmosphere, the ray of light is scattered in all direction, as we have studied, because in different layers, gas particles or different particles are present, and when a ray of light passes through different region, scattering is occurring. Different colors scatter different ray of light. As you know, all colors scattered diff, uh, ray of light in different direction. As I was telling previously, wavelength of visible light is from 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. So light, which comprises of 7 colors, all these 7 colors have different wavelength. All these 7 colors have different wavelength, when these 7 colors passes through different particles in the atmosphere, different amount of scattering and different amount of bending will be occurring. So smaller wavelength, smaller color wavelength of visible light, like for an instant, as you can, smaller wavelength simply means wavelength. You might be knowing that wavelength we have studied. Wave simply means this sort of thing. This is a wave. Now if we say wavelength means simply the length of a wave. Now as you know, all colors have a different wavelength. Now air air contains certain molecules like nitrogen and oxygen, now smaller than the wavelength of visible light. Now these particles, which are smaller than the wavelength of visible light, like air molecules, nitrogen and oxygen, these particles are smaller than the wavelength of visible light. So since they are smaller than the wavelength of visible light, scattering will occur. Now those color which have shorter wavelength, again, in atmosphere certain air molecules, nitrogen, oxygen are present. Now when a ray of light, as we know, ray of light consists of 7 colors, and all colors have a different wavelength. Red, blue, green, Vibgyor, all Vibgyor colors have a different wavelength. Since all these colors have a different wavelength, and in the atmosphere, gases like nitrogen and oxygen, which have shorter wavelength than visible light. Since they have shorter wavelength, scattering is occurring. And those colors which have shorter wavelength will be scattered the most. So violet color will be scattered most. Oh, sorry, blue color will be scattered most. Even violet is scattered the most, but we as a human don't have you can say cell to detect violet colors. We have studied previously that we are ultraviolet blind. We cannot see violet color, whereas whereas honeybees rather, bees can even see ultraviolet colors. We as a human being cannot see ultraviolet colors in nature. So that's why we cannot see violet color. That is one reason. And second reason, apart from violet, we see other color like blue. And as you know that Vibgyor color, violet is at the extreme bottom, and indigo, again indigo and violet, a combination of blue and indigo, a combination is there which is somewhat like blue. So among the visible light like Vibgyor, violet, we cannot detect violet color because we are ultravioletly blind. Honeybees can see, we cannot see violet color that effectively. And so apart from violet, we have options like indigo and blue. BIB. So indigo and blue. We have option of indigo and blue. So combination, again, we cannot see indigo color that effectively. So the leftover color which are left, which we can see, that is blue color, and it has shorter wavelength than other colors. So that's why we see skies are blue. So blue is scattered more than other colors because it has a shorter wavelength, smaller waves. This is why we see blue color at most of the time. Now, as I was telling, red has a larger wavelength, and this is the purple color. Wait for a second. This is a WebGR pattern: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. This violet one has a extremely small wavelength, whereas blue, indigo is also there, blue is there. We do not see these two colors properly, and in atmosphere also, or you can even say in sunlight itself, these two colors are present in relatively lesser amount. And secondly, we as a human being don't have a cell to detect violet color and indigo color that effectively. So the leftover color which is left, which we can see properly, that is blue. And even in sunlight also, these two colors are relatively less. So these two are reason, that's why we cannot see indigo and purple color that effectively. So the leftover color that is left, again, which has a shorter wavelength, so that's why we see color of sky as a blue. Now for an instant, if we imagine as a larger wavelength, for an instant, if I consider for the simplicity that ray of light, further primary colors, it has been divided into further primary colors like red, green and blue. These are the primary colors which are further subdivided into, for there are 7 WebGR color, it has been further divided into primary color, that is red, green and blue. Now this, if I'm considering this as a ray of light and this as a particles. Now if for an instant this is a particle which has a larger wavelength than visible light, this particle has a larger wavelength, than this visible light. Now what will happen? So maximum amount of scattering would be this one, so it won't be scattered in this direction in that number. As you can see, only single uh, ray is there, whereas maximum of the refraction is passing through the particle. Why is it so? Because of larger wavelength. This is the reason why we see clouds white in color, because of the cloud particles have a larger wavelength, and whenever ray of light, whenever 7 colors or 3 primary colors you can say, which when passes through larger particles, it will be absorbed and it will be scattered only in white light, because it has a cloud contains larger particles. Now if the particle is relatively small, or the size of the particle is relatively small, then when a ray of light, if I again simply for simplicity, I'm dividing that 7 colors into 3 primary colors, that is red, green and blue. Now this particle I'm considering as a smaller particle than the wavelength of visible light. So it again, in this time here, at this point of time, it will again undergo scattering. Here also scattering is happening. As you can see, 3 primary colors I am considering. So blue, among the 3 primary colors, blue has extreme smaller wavelength. So smaller wavelength will be traveled the most, whereas larger wavelength would be scattered less. As you can see, larger wavelength over here, wavelength is larger. Over here, wavelength is very small. Simply remember, wavelength. Here, wavelength is larger. Here, in indigo, violet, blue, wavelength is very small as compared to this one. So, blue has a smaller wavelength, and the size of the particle is smaller than the wavelength of light, visible light. The smaller wavelength color would be scattered the most. Here, blue has a smaller wavelength, it would be scattered most comparing with green and red. So that's why a small arrow which is indicating that less amount of scattering is happening. Again, green is scattered the second among the 3 primary colors, and blue is scattered the most. So that's why blue color, since blue color is scattering the most, that's why we see sky as a blue, because the particles are smaller and particles have smaller wavelength. I hope you have understood the concept. Thank you and have a nice day.